What if I told you one of the most impressive wins of the NFL season didn't come from superstars, first-round picks, or massive contracts, but from players many teams had already given up on? On Monday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers took down the Miami Dolphins 28-15 in a game that wasn't just about the scoreboard. It was about second chances, about players written off, about castoffs, as Rodgers himself called them, stepping up on one of the biggest stages in football. And at the center of it all, a veteran quarterback who looked as sharp as he has in nearly a decade. Let's break down how the Steelers pulled it off, why this win matters so much, and what it says about this team moving forward. Setting the stage. Coming into Monday night, the stakes were clear. The Steelers were fighting to maintain their grip on the AFC North, with the Baltimore Ravens breathing down their necks. Miami, meanwhile, needed a road win to stay relevant in the AFC playoff picture. This wasn't supposed to be a feel-good story. It was supposed to be a test of depth, discipline, and execution. Instead, it turned into a showcase of belief. Belief from Aaron Rodgers, belief from Mike Tomlin, and belief from a roster filled with players who, at one point or another, had been told they weren't good enough. Aaron Rodgers' masterclass. Aaron Rodgers didn't just manage this game, he controlled it. Rodgers finished the night completing 23 of 27 passes, an eye-popping 85.2% completion rate for 224 yards, connecting with 8 different receivers. To put that in perspective, this was Rodgers' highest completion percentage in a game since 2014. No panic, no forcing throws, no hero ball, just surgical efficiency. The Steelers scored touchdowns on 4 straight drives, something they hadn't done since 2018. And while Rodgers didn't light up the stat sheet with deep bombs, he consistently made the right read, found the open man, and kept the offense moving. After the game, Rodgers stood in front of reporters, smiled, looked at the box score, and began listing names. He wasn't bragging. He was proud. Castoffs, step into the spotlight. Kenneth Gainwell, Connor Heyward, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Adam Thielen, Asante Samuel Jr. Rodgers called them castoffs, players who had been cut, overlooked, or barely hanging onto roster spots elsewhere, and every one of them made an impact. Let's start with Connor Heyward. On a 3rd and 1 just before halftime, the Steelers turned to a classic tush-push. Heyward powered his way into the end zone, giving Pittsburgh their first points of the night and flipping the momentum. Then came the double dip. On the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, Rodgers found Marquez Valdes-Scantling for a 19-yard touchdown, the first touchdown connection between the two since their days together in Green Bay back in 2021. Valdes-Scantling had been signed to the active roster earlier that very day. Rodgers met him on the sideline with a grin and a simple message: "Happy to have you back." Kenneth Gainwell, the bargain of the season. If there was one unsung hero of the night, it was Kenneth Gainwell. Signed to a 1-year deal worth just $179 million, Gainwell was everywhere. 7 catches, 7 targets, 46 receiving yards, 80 rushing yards on 13 carries. Rodgers couldn't hide his admiration. He called Gainwell super smart and admitted he couldn't believe what the Steelers got him for. Rodgers even said his goal was to get Gainwell paid, because every time he touches the ball, something good seems to happen. In a league where running backs are often undervalued, Gainwell reminded everyone why versatility still matters. Unseen contributors up front. Not every hero shows up in the box score. 4th-string left tackle Dylan Cook, recently elevated to the active roster, made his first career NFL start and held his own. Mike Tomlin praised Cook after the game, emphasizing that while the coaching staff helped him schematically, Cook was above the line and upheld the standard. Injuries had ravaged the Steelers' offensive line depth, but once again, next man up wasn't just a slogan. It was reality. Defense makes the statement. On the defensive side, Asante Samuel Jr. wasted no time making his presence felt. Making his first start as a Steeler, Samuel intercepted Tagovailoa in the first quarter, setting the tone early. Just 7 months removed from spinal fusion surgery, Samuel had gone from the practice squad to making game-changing plays under the Monday night lights. Veteran defensive tackle Cam Heyward summed it up best. These guys are professionals. They buy in. Why this win matters. This wasn't just another regular season win. With the victory, the Steelers strengthened their hold on first place in the AFC North and secured their first back-to-back wins since early October. More importantly, it showed what this team is becoming. A team that doesn't rely solely on stars. A team that believes in preparation. A team that thrives on opportunity. Linebacker Patrick Queen called it momentum. The kind you need heading into the toughest part of the season. 3 brutal games await. But Pittsburgh believes they have the guys to handle it. Football has always been about more than talent. It's about trust, timing, belief. On Monday night, the Steelers didn't just beat the Dolphins. They sent a message. Second chances matter. Depth matters. And when a Hall of Fame quarterback believes in you, amazing things can happen. If this is what the Steelers look like when Castoffs step up, the rest of the AFC should be paying close attention.